Namaskar. It's my great pleasure to welcome you all. Let me introduce the world's most melodious percussive instrument, the Indian drum, tabla. So, this pair of drums called tabla. First of all, I would like to introduce the structure and parts of tabla. Tabla is made up of two drums, the left drum and the right drum. This right drum is called tabla or dayan and the left drum is called bayan, dagga or duggi. These dayan and bayan are covered with circular skin head. It is normally made of goat skin. The goat skin is chemically treated before being mounted on the tabla. We called this face or portion of tabla is pudi. Dayan or tabla is smaller in diameter and therefore it produces a high pitched sound which is the treble component or mid notes. In contrast, the bayan or dagga has a wider top and hence it produces more grave sound that makes for the bass component. So, next let's talk about the parts of tabla or dayan. This tabla is made from a block wood around 12 inches in height. It is mostly made of neem, shisham or jack tree wood. The wooden portion of the tabla is called the lakri. The wood is scooped from inside up to 4 inches and rest is block wood. The diameter of the tabla is smaller at the top and gradually increases diameter it towards the lower end of the tabla. It is generally 4 or 6 inches diameter at the top and 7 to 9 inches diameter at the bottom. In general, the smaller diameter at the top, the higher pitch of the sound it produces. That's why so many tabla players will keep 2 or more tabla with different diameter to produce different sound pitches. Normally, heavier the wood can produce better tonal quality. Similarly, thicker the skin head is better the sound of tabla at higher pitches. The face of the skin or the skin head is called pudi. Take a closer look. The skin is actually two layered skin. The topmost layer being cut in a circular shape to form the outer rim of the tabla, which called chati or kinar. The rim or the chati, as you can see, it's about ½ inch on the tabla. Next is the black circular spot on both tabla and dagga are called shahi. Shahi literally means ink in Hindi. Shahi is usually black color. It is a tuning paste applied to the head of both tabla and dagga. Shahi is a paste made from mixture of iron fillings, rice paste and some adhesive to bind it all. Also note this black area is placed centrally on tabla but eccentrically on the dagga. This shahi provides the tabla player an opportunity to vary or better control the pitch and resonance of tabla. In general, thicker the coating of shahi, lower is the pitch and vice versa. The position of original skin head which remains visible is called maidan or love. The outermost ring which binds the skin head to the body which is called the gajra or shrinkar. The gajra or shrinkar has 16 holes through which the tuning laces are strung across the body of the tabla and dagga, so as to keep the skin head tightly bound to the body. Next is the leather laces are called bandi or wadi. The bandi passes crisscross through the gajra at top and at bottom. We have a circular hide called the guri or kundal which balances the tension in the skin head. The next part is the circular wooden blocks. These are called gatta or gulli, used for tuning the tabla or adjusting the pitch of tabla. Normally, we have 8 tuning woods in one tabla. When the gatta is pulled downwards, it increases the tension of the skin and vice versa. When pulled up, the tension is lowered. The next part is the parts of bayan, duggi or dagga. The bayan or the left drum is mainly made of clay, copper, steel or brass nickel plated from outside. Noticeably, the diameter of the bayan is larger than the diameter of tabla. and this is what produces bass sound. This bayan has also same thing, same structure like tabla. This circular rim on the bayan is called goth or kinar. It is slightly wider than the chati of tabla. As you can see, is about 1 inch on the bayan, and shahi is little away from the center, and this part is called maidan. In this base part you can see two supporting ring set. Normally we called this ring set is adhara. Mainly it is used to hold the tabla. The adharas provides stability to the instrument while playing, and the player can easily change the position of the instrument without having to worry about it falling off. Next is some important accessories required in tabla players. So now I will show you accessories of tabla. The first one is called tuning hammer and also called haturi, which is mainly used for tuning the tabla and bayan. We can use this hammer changing pitches according to the scale. The next item is talcum powder case. It is required for avoid friction and sweating. Also we can use powder easy moving of the wrist and fingers. Next is pair of face cover. It is used to avoid moisture on tabla.